Hello everyone, this is Marianne the Artsy Craft. Welcome to my channel. I have had a couple of things happen in the last few weeks, and I haven't been able to do any videos, but hopefully they're all going to be resolved and I can get back to doing this. This is kind of like a future input to the video that you'll see as it progresses, because the intro to this video I have to redo it because the sound quality was terrible. There was so much noise and whatnot. One of the reasons why the noise is a bit bad is because a couple of weeks ago we have a cabin on our property, in the back of our property, and we used to have a relative that used to stay with us in the cabin because he had dementia, and we used to look after him. He is no longer with us, and but I didn't want to. It was his home for a year at least, and all his furniture was still here and whatnot, and I didn't feel like we could use it except for a guest room, I suppose. So now my husband's finally convinced me to make use of this, so I've decided to use it as my craft room. So one of the things I've been busy doing is bringing everything from my other craft room down to this craft room. This is a cabin, so it's separate to the house on a different level. We have 3 levels of gardens at the back, so that was a bit of a challenge for me because I have both knees that are damaged with arthritis and all sorts of things. So by the time after 3 days of lugging everything down and trying to set things up, I really damaged my knees and I could hardly walk, so that kind of put me out of action for a little while. But anyway, I'm back in action now, and I'm trying to settle into my craft room. It's taking a while because my other craft room was only it was half the size of this, if that even, and this is a rather large room. It's a 5 by 4 meters, which is what, 20 by 16 feet. It has a its own bathroom and a little kitchenette. So yeah, I feel like I'm spoiled having this all to myself to be creative. Anyway, in the first video, I promised that I would give you a look through of this journal. I have sewn in the signature, and I actually worked on the first page, which you will see later on in this video. So here we go. 3 signatures are all sewn in there, and the first page, because this is an all about me, there's me at the beginning of this journal. You'll see how I did all this, so I won't go through it now. So that's just a flip out, and this is a side pocket here with some bit. I'll explain all that later on. Put that one back in there, and here we go. I changed the pages around a couple of times until I was happy with what I ended up with. So a lot of these pages I actually painted myself. So I'm trying to stay with the theme of being using up what you have at home, and the theme of a junk journal, and making everything my own, like a bit like my Christmas journal. So these are just pages that I created here. This is the middle of the first signature. I love this color. I didn't mean for it to be a purple themed journal. Purple is my favorite color, but yeah, it just ended up that way for some reason. So I'm going to go with it. So anyway, some book pages, and this is one. This is part of that one, part of the front inside the cover, signature. So I'll explain that later, as I said. Here's the second signature. There's a pocket there. That's some avocado dyed paper there, and the rest is pretty much self-explanatory. Some baking paper that I coffee dyed. This one, it's got a shimmer to it, you can see. That's the middle. So you're pretty much seeing the front of all those ones, and this is the third signature. I absolutely love this paper. So this is some I got it's packaging paper that I got with something that I ordered online. I don't know what it was, but I thought the paper was really pretty design. I couldn't throw that away. This here is I think I did it on baking paper. I stamped on coffee dyed baking paper, and then I glued that panel onto some coffee dyed copy paper. So that's that. Let's flip out. This here will be, they'll be glued together, and I'll have two pockets there. I'm going to decorate the panels before I do that. So, some brown packaging paper. So these is the back of those 3 torn edges. They will stay separate in this journal. So there we go. That's the end. Okay, so now I will end that here, and I'll get on with the rest of the video. So as I said, it's been a slow start, so I haven't really done much in this journal, and I haven't even sewn in the signatures as yet. I've been humming and hawing whether I want to do that, but I think I do, because you know the month is half up already, and so anyway, I can take this out and work on it. It's just as easy. What I have done is I did do a start, and this represents me without the wrinkles and the worry lines and all that kind of thing. So anyway, I made this a flip out with a torn edge, and on the other side is that coffee dyed ruled paper that I glued onto the back. And here I made a little pocket, and this is from some paper that I created. That's what I meant to show you, my new little folder. Anyway, I'll show you the paper. I painted these leaves and a little purple and white flowers on there, and then the background here, I did it across the whole front and back. This is, I don't know if you saw the my last video when I put this together. This is the signature cover that I painted, and inside I did a collage of papers, and then I went along with some pencil and just highlighted all the papers there. Some I created, some are coffee dyed, and anyway, get on with this. So the first thing I decided to put inside was when I made this first video, I wanted to keep a record of it, because the subject in my first video was about New Year depression, and I thought it was I wanted to remind myself one of the reasons why I created this journal was to get through that depression. And funnily, this year I didn't have depression on New Year's Eve, but I did have some over Christmas, which was kind of strange because I had a great time over Christmas, but that little demon depression kept niggling away at the back of my head. And because in the last couple of weeks it's threatened to come out, and I've had to try and keep myself distracted so that it doesn't set in, because I'm determined I'm not going to let it rule my life. Anyway, so this is just a transcript of that first video of this year where I talked about depression and coping with depression, and so this is how I started making this all about me journal and the aim of the journal and all that. So that's what's in the pocket, the pocket here. So that's that. So today I thought I would finish off a few of the elements in here. So what I'm going to do is, I've got some butterflies. I'm going to put one up there, and the other one here I wanted to have sort of attracted to the little flower there. So we'll do that first and get that out of the way. I do have these huge tweezers that I use to hold things. So I hope everyone else is having a positive start to the year. As I said, it's almost half over the first month of the year already. So put that on there, and I should put some glasses on. So that's another thing I've had to start wearing this last few months is I'm short-sighted, and I'm finding that my short-sightedness is fading, so now I have to wear glasses to see details, which is annoying because then I have to take them off if I want to see distance. I tried to keep the antennae on the butterfly, but it didn't work. So I'm going to use my pen, and I've got one there, and I'm not sure which side it's supposed to be on. I think it's on the right. So I'll just use my pen to draw another one. They usually have a little bulb thing at the top there. This one here is on the flower, so I won't do that one. So that's that. And then what else are we going to do? Over here I've got I've made these flowers here. You can see them. We've got that size, and there's a smaller size, and then oh, that's just the one there, and the backing, and I'll show you how I made that. I just had some paper. This is some green paper that had been stenciled from the Christmas collection, and this is some purple paper that I used on the journal cover here, there, which is like that. So all I did was draw some, get my pencil. You have to excuse me, I'm all over the place at the moment. Still trying to get used. I feel like I'm in someone else's craft room, and I don't know where anything is, and trying to work on working my way around or feeling my way around. So all I did was draw a circle, and then get some scissors, and everything's in the wrong place from my old craft room, so things are a little bit moved around, so trying to get to things. Okay, so you see what I'm doing. So you just cut out the circle, this. That's the flower center, and then I just put that on top of the green, and then I just draw a bigger circle around that. You've probably seen these flowers being done before, so I'll cut that out. You can cut or tear it. I usually cut it first, keep it in shot, then use it, give it a bit of a nick, and then I can tear it out of it. I don't know whether I did that on the others or not, but this one I might just leave it the way it is, because we're going to open it up, and then all we do is, first of all, excuse me for a minute, I need my inks, and I used this peeled paint here, and I just get a backing here. Here we go. move this other way. Lid on the glue. I've lost the lid of my glue, so that's that one, and that's the other one. There you go. Move this out of the way. And I just want to make this a bit greener. So I just dab some of the ink on there just to make it a little bit greener than what it is. So that's that. And then all you have to do is you squish it up and pull it out again. Then squish it up some more. Keep squishing it in until it becomes a bit more pliable, and you can work with it a bit more, and it ends up being like I showed you the first one, these two here, like that. And then on the green I did ink around the edges, and I'll show you with this one, ink around the edges. And this one here, after I squished it all up like that, then I got some of this Nuvo sparkly stuff, Nuvo Glimmer, and dabbed that on, and I just brushed it over the highlights like that. That's what I did with that. I didn't ink around the edges. I wanted to keep the edges white, just for a bit of contrast. You can see they're white there. Is that there? So all it is, all you have to do now is glue that onto that. So, and I used some fabric glue here, my enormous sized, yeah, I got a bit too much glue on there. I just push that in there until it catches. That. So it gives you that cute little flower. And then for the centers, I need that glue again. I've got these pearls. They're half pearls. So I just, you can use pearls or diamantes or anything you want. Use these and take one off. I do have a smaller pair of scissors, some not scissors. I've got one of these tweezers somewhere, but anyway, and I just dab a bit of that fabric glue on there and put it in the center like that. And there we go. My clumsy way of showing you how to make a flower, one way of making a flower, which I think is very pretty. So that's that. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is, if I can remember where I wanted to put these. I also, before I do that, this is a quote that I thought was very appropriate, and I wanted to put on the front. It says, "If you dream it, you can do it." I have no idea who wrote that quote, the original author of that quote. All the references I had, I could not find who wrote that. So anyway, but I thought it was very, so I'm going to put that there. And one of the flowers, I want to put one of the flowers here. And then the other one, I've got this piece of cotton lace, and I thought I'd use that as a tab, and I'm going to put that there, and then I'll put that on top. I was going to use it as a brooch. There's another option, but I thought I'll put it there instead. So can do that now. Whether I'll ink this a bit, I might leave it the way it is and then use the fabric glue to put it. The challenge is where to place it properly. Excuse me. Put that under there. Like that, and then I can attach the flower. My glue is going everywhere. This is a new bottle. I thought it'd be easier to use, but seems to be coming out in bigger clumps than I'm using out, thicker than I would like. So that goes there. I'll bring it up because it's easier than taking it down, the camera down to the picture. Excuse me, I've got a bit of a tickle in my throat. So the next one is these. I better put them in right order, otherwise it would sound very strange. So that one, If You Dream It, and I'm going to put the flower there. So that goes about there. Okay. I'll glue that. Down on there. Use fabric glue to glue the, seeing it's a bit chunky. That on there. Squish that down. Whoops. And I've got strings everywhere. Okay. And put that there. There we go. And I thought, just for a bit of fun, I would give her a pearl necklace. So I don't know whether this will work. If I keep it on the string, whether it will bend or not, we'll soon find out. And it does, surprisingly. There we go, she's got a little pearl necklace. Put the rest of it back on the strip for another time. And that's it. So before I finish off today, I'll put the rest of the pages back in, and I will sew them in. Take that off. So that is still a bit wet, so I might leave that so it doesn't get stuck to the behind till it dries. So that's my first page done of the journal. It's getting, I didn't set out for it to be a purple theme particularly, but that's the way it seems to be going, purple, green, and a few other colors in between. So that was my attempt at poetry. So I'm in a bit of a funny mood by the sounds of it. Anyway, before I finish off for today, I want to show you, move all this out of the way, might be a better idea. This is something I got last week. It's a folder, and I open it up. When I found it very frustrating when I'm doing a project and I want to get all my papers and ephemera and all that together and write notes on you know, what I want to do and whatnot. I found I was using like shoe boxes or plastic baskets or whatever to put everything in. The only trouble is you got to keep wading through things, and things can get lost or damaged by doing that. So I found this folder and I thought, oh, this might be a great idea to use when I'm doing a project. So this is some paper I can write all my notes in, do some drawings perhaps, and this can come out. I can put another one in there, and then here, this side is actually a folder. So you've got a concertina folder here. I can put in all these folders here. Also, you've got a pocket on the front and two little pockets up the top here, so I can put all my little pieces of ephemera. I never know whether these are open or closed. There we go. And so I've just got some things that I made recently that I want to use in this journal, hopefully. This is one of the birds I made from Christmas time. I painted, and here's my been using. I'll be doing a video on how to use hole punch to make all kinds of different things. So this is just a preview. So these little doors I can use in my journal, and this is just a giant leaf that I painted and I put holes in. So that's just some of the ideas. Yeah, so that's, oh, this is just a pocket. So, but this pouch here is great for keeping all that ephemera in, out of the way. And this here is where I can keep all my papers. This is one that I painted, I just showed you. I made the pocket in the journal. Some other papers that I've painted. This is going to be a panel that I painted in the journal, and my tree that I made, I'll show you, I made a stencil for, and just some more papers. As you can see, it's becoming a bit of a purple theme. So this is some of the papers. It's got a bit of a shimmery surface which doesn't quite come out on the camera, but and this one I haven't finished. Is a stripe pattern. I'm going to put a stencil on that. This is another tree one that I actually used at Christmas time and put some gold on it. And this is one I've stenciled on top of a grungy background. So that's just a few of the pages, papers that I can use for my journal. And then at the back there I've got some other ones that I'm going to be doing, hopefully, pictures on. And then all my scraps I can keep, I still keep in these pouches, and I usually keep my scraps in different sizes. So this is sort of like a medium size, and this is really tiny bits and pieces that I can just grab hold of when I want to make use them in the journal. So making pockets and pouches and all that kind of thing. So I just thought I'd give you a quick look at how I store all the bits and pieces that I use in a journal. How I this is my storage system from now on. I do have other ones, but the ones I'm working on will be in these folders. So, and it doesn't take up too much room on, and I can always put a label on the front, sticky note to say what I'm working, which ones I'm working on. So that's it. So anyway, that's it for today. Hopefully the next videos will be in the next couple of days or next day or two. I hope to get as many videos out as I can before the end of the month is up. And then I have another exciting new project to start February off on. So anyway, that's it for today. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you have a happy crafty day, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.